WeebOfWeebs here with part 8 to What If Naruto Had Ashura's Memories. Like and subscribe for the next part. Leave your anime motive suggestions down below. And let's get started. So this part starts with Naruto and Tsuki getting out of the village to basically go and get Itachi, or kill Itachi if it comes to it. Naruto will summon a dragon to basically get on top of them to, travel. But what else do you do? A couple of hours later, they find Itachi's, where Itachi is. He's like in canon in the Uchiha base. Yeah. And forgot to say that Suki will have two special Mangekyo abilities. It's going to be Amaterasu Flame Control, like the Scorch Control was it? I forgot. And Kamui. Yeah, I will give Suki Kamui. Just because I want to. But instead of it being like a vortex, it's gonna be like a black hole. It's a hole and everything's just gonna be, it's like sucked into it. Yeah, kind of like that. It's somewhat of Kamui. It's Kamui, but not at the same time, if you know what I mean. So Naruto will just stay there and Suki will go to the Uchiha hideout. And basically they will fight, yada yada yada, that'll happen. Everything in canon will happen where Itachi will die and all that stuff. And Suki this time won't be like passing out, and Naruto just flying legends there and takes Itachi and Suki's body and Suki. So yeah, they go back to the village. Naruto takes Suki to the hospital and Itachi's body on like the thing, the whatever. And Naruto goes to Tsunade to ask her if she could implant Itachi's eyes in Suki's eye for Suki to get the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And yes, I know that I said that Suki's Mangekyo, aka Indra's Mangekyo, kind of acts like EMS, but it's not EMS, but it can still get like damaged for like overtime use, like I'm gonna say 3 times more than the normal Mangekyo Sharingan, and getting the Eternal Mangekyo will like permanently remove that blindness, and it'll be for Suki only, or aka Indra's Mangekyo Sharingan. It'll be like there won't be like any strain or wait, I forgot the word, difficultness or difficulty to get out the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, not the Susanoo, the full body, and other abilities of the Mangekyo Sharingan. And as Naruto is looking after Suki, or just their deep in thought, the surgery for Suki's eye transplant is complete. Suki's old Mangekyo Sharingan, Naruto took it and put it in like a jar, put a lot of seals over it, put Suki's blood on it to basically only her can open it and give it to her child or something. And yeah, and while Naruto is just thinking about stuff, if he should help the villagers, what is this, like rebuild the village, because he has wood style, remember that? He just gets this like flashback of Indra killing one of Naruto's, I'm gonna say, like clan members or like friends. And while Ashura, aka Naruto, Naruto in Ashura's perspective is like going for Indra, Naruto aka Ashura just like gets this like envisionment or picture on top of Indra. Basically, it's like take Indra's picture, put on top is Suki's picture, then make it a little bit transparent, kind of like that. And Naruto just gets out of it like, what was that, Suki? I'll think of it later on. Then, just as the flashback or the vibe ends, Suki wakes up, and Suki says, Naruto, is that you? Yes, Suki, calm down. Tsunade just implanted Itachi's eyes on yours, so basically you can have the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Okay, Naruto. Danzo, he ordered Itachi to kill the clan. It's okay, Suki. If you want to take revenge, you can't. Danzo's already dead. Pain, or the one that attacked the village, already took care of him. I'm pretty sure they also had bad blood with Danzo. So, yeah, sorry. No, it's okay. Then Suki just drifts back to sleep, and Naruto is just there like, what's happened? I just got out of the vibe. And then Suki wakes up. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but I'll put the pieces up together if I get more clues. He just says it in his mind, and Naruto just, like walks around the incomplete village, and Naruto's house is in shambles. If you get that reference, good for you. If you didn't, watch One Piece. So Naruto just goes into a forest and makes a hut or a hotel kind of esque thing. Basically, it's what Yamato did or made in the when Naruto, Yamato, and Kakashi, I think was it, when they went to the Land of Iron, aka the 5 Kage Summit, I think was it, or yeah, it was in the Tenchi Bridge arc. Yeah, the Tenchi Bridge arc. So Naruto makes that. It's more elegant and it has natural seals. Basically, the seals are implanted or carved into the walls. So Naruto is the only one, and Suki and Hinata can get in the house, and it has protection seals all over it, privacy seals. So the sounds from inside can't be heard from the outside, and the sounds from the outside can be heard from the inside. It's like a one-way soundproof wall. Yeah. So Naruto just sleeps, We time skip to the next day. Naruto goes to where Suki is, and we go to Suki's perspective when she just woke up. This is about, I'm gonna say, 3 hours before Naruto woke up or went to go to her hospital room. Suki had this vibe of Ashura, of Indra, aka Suki, talking to Black Zetsu that the Sharingan disc can be unlocked by that and all that stuff. And Suki knows that this is he, or wherever Suki's consciousness is, that the one that's happening or being vibed right now is getting manipulated, aka Indra was getting manipulated by Black Zetsu. And when Indra went away, Zetsu just said that I will revive Mother Kaguya and all that stuff, that Uchihas are the easiest people or clan to manipulate and all this stuff. And then the vibe ends, and Suki is just there thinking, looking up into the ceiling, thinking that, what was that? Uchihas. Hate it. I'll put the clues together in time. So a couple of hours later, after Suki just thinking about what the vibe happened, when the vibe happened, and Naruto goes there, and they talk and all that stuff. And you might be wondering, it takes a couple of days for the Mangekyo Sharingan to heal because of the eye transplant. Because Indra, or aka Suki, is Indra's reincarnation. I'm just gonna say that's a thing, just because. So they talk and this and that. They don't tell each other that they've been having these vibes because they think that they're like gonna sound crazy to the other one. And I'm gonna say, who is this? Hinata is like in the hospital, and Naruto, after talking to Suki, goes to Hinata, and they talk after that. And Suki will be dispatched from the hospital in the next day. So Naruto takes Hinata to where his house is, aka the makeshift house made by wood style. It's kind of like a small mansion, a two-story like mansion thing, but it's still a house per se. And Naruto and Hinata just get it on, if you know what I mean. He didn't pull out, if you know. So Naruto and Hinata just sleep after that thing. If you know, you know. So the next week goes by. Naruto, Suki, and Hinata have just been, talking. They've been eating together and all that stuff. Suki has been training time to time with Naruto in her Susanoo, getting to like the skeleton mode or the skeleton transformation or something, then the humanoid, then the like half body, then a couple of tries later, Suki gets the perfect Susanoo, but she, aka Suki, can like tone down or make the Susanoo as large or as small as she wants. You can get as small as like body armor basically. So Naruto, Suki can do that, make the Susanoo like a body armor, or just make it like a humongous beast, kind of like a normal perfect Susanoo. It's going to be colored purple with like black outlines. It's gonna be like sparkly purple, like kind of like stars in the starry night, kind of like that. And Suki will have, of course, wings and one katana that Suki can like put the Amaterasu on, and a staff on her like back of the Susanoo that she can like shoot out elemental jutsus or fire and all that stuff in. And if she like stomps it in the ground, shockwaves can happen and release water, steam, earth, rock elements and all that stuff. So now we go to Toby, or aka Obito, aka Mother Uchiha, and Deidara. Not Deidara, who's this? Kakazu, Toby, and who's the other guy? Hidan, yeah, Hidan. Both Hidan and Kakazu already know that Toby is the real leader of the Akatsuki. And oh yeah, just to clarify, Deidara and Sasori are dead. Yeah, so back to the story. Deidara and Hidan and Kakazu already know that Toby is the real leader of the Akatsuki. So they are going to go for the 8 Tails. And this is gonna go like in canon, but not the fighting, but so they will fight B and Kakazu, Hidan, and Toby. So they'll fight and all that, and in the end, B will still escape with substituting with the tentacle. So we time skip to about the next day. The Kage is going to like announce a 5 Kage summit. So the Tsuchikage, the Hokage, the Kazekage, and the Mizukage will get the like invitation to go to the 5 Kage summit. Naruto and Suki will be the one guarding, who's this, Tsunade, and Kakashi will be in the like temporary Hokage. And just for plot reasons, there is no more like who's this civilian council. There are like advisors, or basically there's no more civilian council, because I don't like the civilian council, first of all, and 2, I don't like the civilian council. That's it. So they go or travel to the land of iron where the five Kage summit will start. So I just got this like ability or yeah, ability for Suki's eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Suki can like go to Toby, aka Obito's dimension, Kamui dimension, if she looks at the like vortex that Toby is getting sucked in with her Mangekyo, eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And there is like no difference whatsoever from Suki's Mangekyo Sharingan and her new eternal Mangekyo because deception. So Suki will knows that this already, but nobody else has the Kamui except Obito or Kakashi also. But yeah, so I'm gonna say we time skipped about 3 days later. Naruto, Suki, and Tsunade have appeared or arrived to the land of iron where the five Kage summit will happen. So they get there. The like samurais there are saying to the Hokage that the Kage summit will start in a couple of hours because I'm gonna say the Tsuchikage hasn't yet appeared, but the other four or the other three already have. So they sit on the like chair where the five Kage summit will happen, and Naruto and Suki are on both sides. Naruto is looking around the place, extending his senses to see if there's any like spies and all that stuff. And a couple of hours later, the Tsuchikage arrives. So now the five Kage summit officially starts. So the Raikage is talking to like all the five Kage that B was taking all that stuff, and this time nobody or Raikage A isn't like going to blame the leaf for B's like abduction because Kakazu, Hidan, and Toby is the one capturing the E-tails, aka B, and both of them or all three of them Kakazu is from the waterfall village, the waterfall village, I think, and Hidan is from like the hot spring village, and that's the only thing they know. But the third one, aka Toby, they don't know that he is from the leaf village, and he's supposedly, quote unquote, dead. So they're rambling on, and Tsunade brings up the question that what should they do about the Akatsuki? They've already captured the 2 tails, the 3 tails, the 4 tails, the 5 tails, the 6 tails, and the 7 tails. The only remaining ones are the 1 tails, the 8 tails, and the 9 tails. And they ask who's this, Gaara, Killer Bee, and Naruto if they want to train with a beast's power, and Naruto says, no thank you, I already have full control over the of Kurama's chakra, but I kind of want to go on a little bit of a vacation, so sure, why not? Yo, what do you mean you've already controlled the tail with chakra, yo? I'm saying that I've already got control over Kurama's chakra, aka the Nine Tails. Me and Shigaku is on good terms. Not really. We're on talking terms, but not buddy terms. But I guess we can learn, or I can learn how to control his chakra, and I can help you with that, Gaara. Thank you again, Naruto. And plus, we can like trade Tail Beast chakra, so all of us have different abilities from the Tail Beasts. They can do that. The Jinchurikis, no, but the Tail Beast, yes. So if the One Tails gives both of us, me and B, a portion of their chakra, of his chakra, we can have the magnet release. If B gives both of me and you his chakra, he can give us a high water affinity. And if I give both of you some of Kurama's chakra, I can get you high or faster healing healing and bigger chakra pool, like your chakra. So I mean, it's a win-win for all of us, if you ask me. Hmm. I'm okay with that, but I don't know about the tail beasts. It's their decision, but if they want to, I mean, we can. So they keep talking and all that stuff, and eventually, the five Shinobi alliance is formed, and Naruto and everyone there gets early like access to the headband, and Naruto puts the headband on his forehead. And in the time that Naruto is talking to like Killer Bee and Gara, Onuki is just looking at Naruto like, is that the Minato-san? He looks like Minato. Is that Minato? I don't know. I'm getting too old for this. So basically, everyone or just Onuki is looking at Naruto like, this is Minato, right? But he's Naruto. Holy shit, he's like a carbon copy of Minato. How the fuck? And all that stuff. So Naruto, Gara, and B meet in like a boat to go to like the Turtle Island. So basically, they go there, and I'm gonna say it takes 2 days. While Temari steps up and becomes the temporary Kage. And basically, every village is preparing for a war now. While they do that, Naruto, Killer Bee, and Gara finally got to the Turtle Island. So they start training. Both Naruto, Killer Bee, and Gara talk to their respective tail beasts if they can share their chakra to basically for all of them to have different abilities or the respective abilities of the tail beast, and all of them say yes because power is power. So all of them go in like a one mind skip, and they go to the two tail beasts and give like a fist bump to them. So basically, now Naruto has a higher water affinity than usual or than canon, or not canon. In this canon, Gara has higher again water affinity and has 2 times, or I'm gonna say 3 times more chakra than he has like his chakra. And Killer Bee has magnet release. Naruto also has magnet release and 1 times higher or bigger chakra pool. So in that, I'm gonna say 2 weeks. There's a 2-week grace period. And I don't know if I said this, but was there a Tenchi Bridge arc that I made in this series? If there isn't, well, there isn't because Sasuke isn't there, or Suki. So I'm gonna say this one, due to like Orochimaru not having a body to transfer to, Orochimaru dies, and Kabuto, goes to Snake Sage mode and all that stuff, and goes to learn Snake Sage mode, and basically that's where his canon counterpart is now this counterpart. Whatever, if that makes sense. So yeah, in those 2 weeks, Naruto and Killer Bee trains with the magnet release, while Gaara trains with his taijutsu. And because Gaara has 3 times more chakra now, he can make, I'm gonna say, 6 clones, and all those clones are doing different tasks, or 2 of them are doing taijutsu, the 2 other are doing water release or water jutsus training, and the other 2 shadow clones, or the last 2, are doing sand jutsus. And while the real one is fighting or sparring against Naruto's clones and all that stuff. So in those 2 weeks, Naruto is going to invent a seal that basically makes that. So in that seal, it has sand in that, like Gaara's sand in his gourd, like it's his own sand basically, with his chakra in it. So Naruto will give that seal to both of them. So basically, all of them will like make sand and put their chakra in it, like mixing it and putting it in the seal. So if Naruto can like put even a little bit of chakra in that seal, and that seal is in like permanently marked or permanently in like their palm, so it's in their right palm, and Naruto can just put a little bit of chakra in the like palm, in his palm, and it's gonna activate after 2 seconds. So Naruto can do like the Rasengan in less than a second now. If Naruto just doesn't do anything with the chakra and it stays there for 2 seconds, the seal is going to activate, and Naruto can like pull out or pour out as much sand as he wants and use that sand for battle, basically. And for plot reasons, all of them, B, Gaara, and Naruto, will have a desert's worth of sand in that. So it's not going to be like a big desert. Maybe I'm gonna say basically it's still a desert worth of sand, like special sand or something. So now Gaara won't have like a gourd in his back, but he will have a tanto or like a katana. I don't know why I said it like that. And Gaara will be like so good, or maybe I'm gonna say low jonin in taijutsu. That's still pretty good considering Gaara in canon isn't good at taijutsu that much. And Killer B is, I'm gonna say, Killer B can control sand into his will, kind of like make a axe or a giant fist, kind of like in Boruto, like Gaara's kid from Boruto, kind of like that. And Naruto can make like swords, axes, kind of like Killer B, and he can basically make like Buddha, or basically Naruto can put Sage Mode, KCM, his own version of the Susanoo, and his sand around him, and that's basically like encased or powered by Kurama chakra as well. So it's going to like be OP, kind of like, I'm guessing it's gonna be the same durability or stability as the Rasa's gold dust. It's gonna be like heavier than sand, but more easier to control, if that makes sense. But this is where I'm gonna leave it off. Like and subscribe for the next part, and yeah, peace. This is the end of the video. Click the playlist or the previous part to watch more. Subscribe, and WeebOfWeebs signing off.